Well, ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to Power Tour Day 5. We are leaving Charlotte, North Carolina, and we are headed to Bristol, Tennessee. It's a short-ish drive today, but it's an interesting drive, and we're going to make it even more interesting because I am not taking the route. I am taking the Devil's Whip, which is sort of like the Tail of the Dragon, but the North Carolina version of it. So very fun, twisty, crazy switchback road. I am going to take it easy on this car and not do anything stupid, but it is a fun road and it's really cool to be able to take it, and I need a little bit of revenge on that road for something that you guys will eventually see whenever I decide to finish off editing my 2500 road trip, which I took with a couple of friends of mine a few months back. I just haven't finished the video. It's $2,500 cars going on a 2,500 mile road trip. So that'll eventually come up and you'll see kind of the backstory about why I'm conquering this mountain again. Anyway, so this morning we are headed to Streetside Classics to meet up with a bunch of other YouTubers, and then we're going to hit the road and start rolling our way towards Bristol. It's a beautiful day here in Charlotte. I can hear Kerry over there winging away on his starter trying to get that GTO to come back to life. We got to make one more long push today. I don't know whether or not we're going to make it all the way back to home tonight, or if we're going to take it easy. It's like 11 or 12 hours of driving, and it's already 9 in the morning, so we'll see how that goes. 1979 AMC Spirit AMX, for those of you who don't know. 304 4-speed car originally. It is now a 304 5-speed car. 287 rear gears, which means it's awesome for highway driving. Kerry over yonder has a 1967 Pontiac GTO. It has been pretty dang good for the fact that the thing really hasn't moved in like 16 years. It does have a little bit of an overheating issue, and he did pop a tire because he somehow ran over a razor blade when we were in South Carolina. So he's got one new tire, radiator's full. Should be a good day. Let's get on the road. I had to park in the bushes because of the burnout contest yesterday. Don't mind the loose nuts and bolts. They're fine. I would say this is a 2-pump kind of day. Like I said, what a great car.
You ready, Hoss?
Go.
All right, I'll follow you or you follow me?
You got it mapped. Go for it. All right. I really do love this little car. She's not the prettiest girl at the dance, but she sure is fun. A cool little stop here before we get on the road at Streetside Classics here in Charlotte. It's a sales consignment area for classic cars, mostly American, some interesting JDM stuff, some German stuff, but cool spot. A lot of very interesting vehicles. I did not film while we were in there. If you are interested in seeing all kinds of stuff that's in there, that's really Kerry's kind of thing. And he put a whole bunch of stuff on his Mechanical Advantage Garage video. So if you want to see a bunch of the stuff that they have available for sale in there, check him out on Mechanical Advantage Garage. But we've got a bunch of us that are just hanging out here. We're getting ready to hit the road, start making our way north towards Bristol, Tennessee. It is still absolutely perfect out here today. Definitely going to get a little bit more sunburn, especially since I don't have sleeves today. But that's okay. How's that air freshener?
Oh, God.
Yeah. Smells like pina colada.
Pina colada.
That's pina colada.
Austin and I have left Street Side Classics, and he's kind of right. That place is just up my alley. But I have mixed feelings about places like that because although they had some wonderful cars and a lot of really cool stuff, you know, things I definitely would want to own. It was expensive, you know. This hobby's expensive, and I get that, but it was more expensive, made more expensive by the prices they were asking for some of those cars. So, I don't know, it's a hard thing, right? On the one hand, I want them to do well, I want them to be successful. I want people in this hobby to do things that they want to do. And if that includes making money off things, so be it. I'm all for it. Look, I sell motorcycle parts sometimes and for a profit. I flip bikes. I do it too. Everybody in this hobby, you know, has some way of getting by with it and finding things that they like. So I don't mind it so much. But everything was like 10 grand too expensive. So I don't know what to say about that because, you know, people are going to see that and they're going to go home and ask that for their junk too. And maybe their junk's worth it. I don't know. Maybe it's not. But that's, if you guys wonder where the inflation of this stuff comes from, sometimes it comes from that too. So good for them. They got buyers. I hope they have a market for it. I love that kind of stuff. I love looking at it. I'm glad they exist. I don't know. I don't have the money to buy stuff there. So it's all like a museum for me. And that's okay. Stuff like that is okay.
Little fuel and snack and ice and water stop for everybody. That's perfect. Probably need to drain the water out of my ice box. How's she doing so far?
13 miles to the gallon.
13 miles to the gallon.
Yes, sir.
And you brought yourself a bike with you.
Just in case it breaks down. Because I pulled it out of the woods 5 months ago.
This is your plan B?
Yeah. It's tagged and insured. It's a skate pod.
That's a good way of looking at it.
Well, not really my plan B, but go to the store and get the parts I need to fix it.
Aha! I got you. I got you.
No bikes allowed on power tools.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Luke, how's your machine doing?
Great.
Yeah? Is it as good as the AMC is?
Yes.
She's a beaut, Clark. How's your fuel economy in this thing?
13 to 15 highway.
13 to 15 highway. That's not bad. What gears are in this?
I don't know.
I don't know.
We can't even hear the motor, so.
Really?
Wait, no idea what we're doing.
This is a 350.
Yeah.
That's temp lights. They don't come on, so we just keep going.
Right. If neither of those are on, everything's fine.
Vibrates at 72. Vibrates at 78. You gotta do 74.
Runs like glass. I got it. I got it. Now, is this factory?
Absolutely.
This is where you put the kids?
Yeah.
On the fuel tank?
What's that, 12 gallon tank?
This is 15 gallon tank.
Okay, I just put 12 in, so you gotta be about 14.
About 13.
Yeah.
I'm always like 1 gallon ahead of you.
It's always exactly 1 gallon. It's not linear. It doesn't make any sense. Oh, only half gallon this time. That makes even less sense.
Okay.
So Austin, it looks like you got yourself a fancy new sticker there.
I did.
Dare I ask, do you want me to lower the hatch?
No.
Dare I ask, what does it say? Only half bad.
Right.
Right on. So I think you're enjoying this stop, huh?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
All
hang
right.
on a second. Stocked up on water and ice, refilled the cooler, ready to rock and roll. Now we are way behind schedule, as usual, if you haven't noticed that about us. It is 11:20 in the morning. We have a whole lot of driving to do, and we still got to get to Bristol, and we're taking the scenic route there. So we're going to be running up 77 and then head west on 40, and then we're going to jump off and do our crazy stuff on the way to Bristol. Now the good and bad thing is there's not really a great direct route to Bristol, which means at some point in time you're going to be driving some interesting roads. We just happen to be going the route where you're going to drive some very, very interesting roads. So as long as we can get the heck out of here in a reasonable amount of time, this is going to still be an insanely long day. Good news is a lot of this is going to be interstate, so better speeds, and I can use 5th gear, which is great and more efficient. This trip isn't over yet, and I know you're not supposed to count your chickens, but I am very impressed with that GTO and the fact that it's made it as well as it has. having sat for a decade and a half before now, had very little mechanical work done, basically no engine work done, and to still be doing as well as doing, trucking along. It's going to be over probably 2,000 miles by the time we get it home. That little thing has done a very, very good job. Very impressed with that car. And I'm really happy for Kerry. It's kind of a childhood dream for his, to be able to drive his GTO that he's owned all these years on Power Tour. And everybody's really enjoyed it. Everybody's really been cheering him on. It's been a great experience for Kerry, and I'm super happy for him. Now, again, I realize we're not there yet, but I think we can celebrate a little bit at least already. Up into the mountains of North Carolina here. Unfortunately, traffic on 70 or on 40 West is just as busy as it was going on 77 North. So we really can't make much of any good time. And the roads we're going to be on after we get off the interstate are definitely not roads you're going to make real good time on. But they're epically fun. And I promised myself I would do this. I will get revenge on this road. Well, that's the end of the interstates for us. Getting off on exit 86, Route 226 towards Marion. And this is going to weave us through a little town out towards the Lake Tahoma, and then up 80, which is the road that I want. So no more interstates. From here in, it's just beautiful, amazing, super fun back roads. Well, here's the road. That way is really fun. This is the moment where you check and make sure that you're happy and you're ready to go. I'm going to mount my camera and get a bottle of water before we do this. Carrie, how are you feeling?
I'm alright. May have to get fuel at the end of this.
You got enough to make it up the mountain?
Maybe. We'll find out. So.
This part's fun.
Okay.
We're going to take it easy though, right?
Yeah, I'm not breaking anything.
Okay. Right, see? Voice of reason. We're taking it easy. This is beautiful Lake Tahoma, by the way, off to the side here. If you've not ventured into the mountains of North Carolina, there are lots of these little mountain lakes that are absolutely gorgeous and pristine up here. Very relaxing. One of my absolute favorite places to be is the mountains of North Carolina. It is just beautiful up here. Absolutely beautiful. Weather's great. People are wonderful. Food's fantastic. So many amazing roads to drive. So many great places to just relax and have a great time. Weather today is absolutely perfect. I wish you guys were here. This is a heck of an experience. It's fun to be able to share this stuff with you, but if you ever get a chance to come down here and do some of this stuff yourselves, I highly recommend it. All right, folks, here we go. She's hot. She's real hot. Welcome to the top, folks. Beautiful, beautiful area up here. Blue Ridge Parkway, right there. Amazing drive. Hopefully, I can include some of that in our footage here. But man, what a road! It is definitely hard on the vehicle, though. You may notice I am alone at the moment, and there's a long, twisty road coming up a mountain right there. No cell phone service here either, so hopefully Carrie comes up here shortly. We'll see. Hey, I made it. He made it, folks, he made it. The old goat made it. How's the old goat doing?
She's in better days.
My temps did get up a bit, but nothing I'm totally concerned with. One thing I will say, and I've mentioned this in many other videos, is if you're going on Hot Rod Power Tour, do not skimp on the cooling. Not necessarily the cooling of the human, but the cooling of the car. We put a PRW upgraded water pump on this guy. It's also got a large Champion radiator on it, so it's got maximum amount of coolant flow and coolant reservoir as well. And I have not lost a drop of coolant on this entire trip, even considering that. So if you are going to do this trip, make sure you definitely plan ahead as far as your cooling system and test it before you go on a drive. Otherwise, you're going to overheat and end up with a very expensive vacation that you can't go on, or you're going to be doing it in a rental car, which is not fun. Carrie, how was that?
That's fun.
You don't seem convinced that was fun.
Well, I had to pull off to take a pee, and I stepped in a huge mud hole. And that's when I found that the fuel in my tank is boiling, because you could hear it boiling. So
is this a return system? So it's returning boiled fuel.
Yeah.
That's neat,
Isn't it?
Well, isn't it beautiful though?
It is gorgeous.
I love this area of the world. I really do. It is absolutely beautiful. Oh, and just so I don't pretend like I'm not having any problems whatsoever, I did have a little bit of a belt squeak. Just a little bit of one. That's fantastic, by the way.
Gotta watch where you step on the side of the road.
Oh, it's fantastic. It's fantastic.
Ice cold water, radiator. Hear the sizzle? Look at that, dry already. How quick that's dry.
Good girl. Good girl.
Pretty sure there's something alive in that shit.
Look at that. Not a drop missing. That is how you hot rod power tour. Good job, team. Like a Swiss watch. You hear that? I've got a belt squeak. I've got a problem. Yeah, I'm in trouble. I got a belt squeak. Car's falling apart. All right, continue on 80. I got to get down the mountain on to 19E and then head west on 19E. Get some air across the nose of that GTO so it can cool down. Truck back there. I happen to know somebody who's into those. Hey Solomon, you need another one? Huh? You want to keep going? You got enough? All right, keep going. that is legitimately a question when you're out in the middle of nowhere. Is this gas station functional, or are these signs old? Kerry doesn't have a lot of fuel left, and he has gotten so hot that he is returning fuel that's boiling into his tank. So we do need to find a fuel station here reasonably soon. Unfortunately, we're not anywhere real metropolitan, so there's not a gas station around every bend. Such a great area of the country to go for a drive. It's just wonderful. Might as well. You are. Yeah. It's only 193 octane pump. 87, 93. Diesel. We both need hot rod gas. 7.5 gallons, no big deal. Got actually reasonably decent fuel economy between last night and today. Kerry definitely did not. he also possibly did not fill up all the way like I did last night, but we should be able to blast all the way from here to Bristol and then get in there and do our thing. Hang on a second.
Take the gas still.
Did it not work?
No, I didn't take your card, so I started the pump for you.
All right, thanks for coming out.
Good car, by the way.
Apparently the credit card didn't go through, and he started the pump for me anyway. So I got to go inside and pay. Be right back. All right, we're back. False start. A nice gentleman saw my credit card didn't work, and he went ahead and started the pump for me anyway. I didn't realize that. I mean, it just fires right up, baby. Carrie's getting tired of hearing that. All right, so we got Green Mountain and a bunch more fun roads to go, basically all the way from here to there. I still promise I will still behave myself, but we do have to hustle. We do have to make up some time. We've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. So I'm not probably going to film a lot of this. I'm going to concentrate on driving and keeping all four tires on the tarmac. See you guys in a little bit. I love it out here. Carry again. Now, in all fairness, that GTO is not exactly designed for doing corners and braking like this little AMX is. Hey, there's Carrie. There he is back there. This little car is built for running these mountain roads, man. I'm telling you what, it is good. Probably pushing Carrie a bit out of his comfort zone in that GTO. Probably pushing the GTO a bit out of its comfort zone also. We gotta go, boys, we gotta go. Welcome to Micaville. Remember, race car drivers, get your braking and your accelerating done in the straights. Don't do it in the turns. It can upset the balance of the car. Unless you're trying to load that front suspension to be able to hunker down into a corner even harder. But you got to be careful. Oh, I love it out here. Oh, I love it out here. All I need is some 90s country music blaring in my ears, but I don't have my earbuds. I lost Carrie again. I might be getting a little carried away out here. I'm behaving myself, I promise. There he is. There's Gary. Switched over on a 226. Unfortunately, we have ourselves a little bit of a complication. Apparently, we're going to have another one of those summer showers when it's nice outside here in North Carolina. As long as it just stays as a little shower drizzle thing, no big deal. If it becomes more than that, it becomes a big deal because these are some crazy twisty roads that I don't know, so I can't drive as I would like to drive in the rain. No, we're making good time at the moment. Facility, meaning generally we repair everything. So it's not going to be all just crazy road trips and this kind of stuff, but I do quite a bit of this as well. My Lord, it's turned. But something I'd like to talk about. This is a very, very good example of the fact that this is about a journey, not a destination. My God, what a great road. about the journey, not the destination. And that's really one of the things that you're going to notice, or hopefully have noticed about Power Tour, is it's great to get to the venues and such, you know, and have a fun night in a hotel and go out and do shenanigans and that kind of thing. But it's really all about what happens between here and there, between point A and point B, and the people you share that journey with. You know, it's the hundreds of people that have come up and said hi to me and wanted to talk about their cars or ask me about my cars. The sharing the stories and the memories that we've all made on Power Tour that we will always have. Now I'll be able to look back and see this all on video, so I'm a little bit blessed in that situation, but it's all about the journey and not really about the destination. Hopefully you guys have understood that. And I don't want to get too touchy-feely poetic, but I really do appreciate you guys supporting us. We wouldn't be able to do this kind of stuff if it didn't make sense for us financially, if you guys didn't watch what we do, because your viewed minutes and your views are what you know, realistically help pay for a lot of the stuff that we do, whether it's road trips or builds. We can directly change your eyeball time into cool stuff. So thank you very much for all of you who have watched through all of the Power Tour videos, who have been there with us, who have come up and said hi. I know Carrie's having an absolute ball. I should probably check to see how far back behind me he is. Oh, he's right there. Look at Carrie, slinging that GTO around. Oh man, what a great way to get a day done. We've got about 40 minutes until we get to Bristol, and we'll wrap this sucker up, and then I think Carrie and I are going to burn the midnight oil and try to get home tonight, which I believe Bristol to Columbus is about a 5-hour drive, if memory serves me. So going to be a long day, going to be a long drive, but what a journey. Screw with my good mood, but we're currently doing 7 miles an hour below the speed limit and have been for the last 10 miles. And this person will not move. They will not pull off. They will not go faster. And I have nowhere on this road that I can pass them because there's no dotted yellow lines. So I'm just wasting time. Oh, hey, we got better brake for this little tiny corner. Folks, I get it. If you're out for a little cruise and you, now we're going slower. You want to go, now we're going 10 miles an hour below speed limit. If you want to go for a little cruise, that's fine. But be cognizant of other drivers. If you're going below the speed limit and you're holding people up, duck off for 10 seconds and let people get past you. It's just extremely rude. And listen, y'all, you're Southerners. You're supposed to be the people that are good with manners. Come on, be courteous, man. Come on now. All right, they went that way. I'm going this way. See ya. Situation going to be like for the line? Let's hope for the best. care of your right rear corners coming off. Late we are, we always can run in some more power tours. Well, folks, right there's Bristol Motor Speedway. Looks like traffic's not too bad either. Late arrivals might get lucky here. We'll see. Obviously, a lot of people getting their way out of here. With it being the last day, a lot of people do make a very short day of the final day. A lot of people will use this as a quick little stop and go, say hi, goodbye, get their punch, get their stuff, and get out of here so they can get a head start on getting home. So apparently we're going to go the very long circuitous route into this place, and we'll go from there. Racetrack's back that way, by the way. I mean, let's be honest, they wouldn't be Power Tour without at least a little bit of traffic, right? Man, they ain't kidding about trying to get you into this place with some challenges. Uphill around the corner, stop and go. Okay. Test me. I got you. Test me. Oh, come on. Come on, Saab. Get up the hill. Get up the hill. Get up the hill. You're not in a stick shift. Ah. Really? Hopefully you saw my video from yesterday when we ran into this absolutely gorgeous example of my car. That is kind of inspiration for what we're looking to do. Right there. Try to keep that thing in focus while I'm moving my car. That is kind of inspiration of what we're looking to do with the Hellcat powered AMX we're building. We want to do kind of a pro touring style suspension with it. Good brakes, good steering, good suspension so that it could go around turns as well as be able to burn tires down. That's an excellent example. I believe that one's a 401 swapped AMC, and he uses that for autocross, which is perfect. I couldn't pass this up. They caught me in line, so we got them together. Look at that. Look at that. The pretty one, the beauty, and the beast.
He also got me running my knee into my bumper guard, so that's a good tip.
That's good.
So, need some wiring cleanup under here, but it's fast, easy EFI.
Okay.
Filter and cooler. That is a Man and Hummel ProVent 200. People always ask what that is. It's a really good vapor separator.
Okay.
Serpentine system, which I wouldn't necessarily recommend. It's really difficult to get aligned. Finally got a 140 amp alternator in there so that the fan wouldn't suck it dry, the system dry. It had a 55 amp on there, which was fine when my dad was running it on the track.
Sure.
But with with it sitting in traffic, it would go down to 10 volts, and so.
Well, an EFI will freak out when you lose voltage.
Yeah, and so I got that. But what I had done when I got it from him, he had used a surge tank system, and there was about 15 feet of lines in here that came from the tank. Went to a boost pump, went to the stock pump, went around the back, came to the surge tank, came out to the main EFI pump, then went up to the throttle body, then that came back to the regulator, which went back in the surge tank, and then the surge tank extra went to the tank.
My goodness.
So it would not run on the street because it would get too hot. So I spent a lot of time completely reconfiguring the tank and in-tank pump and baffles I made, and I ran everything on the outside until it comes up to the fender well right there.
The regulator there?
Goes there, yeah. And I put everything on the back side with a plate that's also a spacer. So the fuel filter, the pressure regulator, and the fuel pressure sender is there. The pain in the ass was that I had COVID at the time, so I'm going into my garage, bending it, looking at it, saying, oh, I need to move it this 1 degree, walking upstairs into my house, down into my basement, bending it, coming back up. I did that, you know, how many gazillion times for each of these. I think I had a total of 47 bends. That doesn't mean I had to do them 47 times. That means I had to check it probably 5 times each. So it has subframe connectors on it, so that made it a little bit more difficult to get the lines done. But no problems in the getting stuck in traffic. Didn't overheat. I did christen the oil pan a few times, which had been pristine. It's a 10-quart Mylodon.
Catch a little scrapey here and there?
It's got some scrapes and it's got a dent now, but no leaks. It's not functionally dented, so.
You autocross this, right?
I do, yeah. I'm the autocross chairman for the Peachtree Chapter BMW Club.
Okay.
And so I autocross this. This is what my main autocross car is. I have a BMW E28, which I haven't finished doing all the suspension work on, so.
Okay.
This is a lot more fun right now. But
oh, for sure.
These are the only set of tires I have for it, my autocross tires. And
that's all right.
So I did the alignment beforehand, and I had put LucoreRacing taller ball joints in it.
Okay.
And I used Mopar ball joints and moved them back about 1/3 of an inch, so the caster went from about 2.5 degrees to about 3 3/4 degrees.
Okay.
And so the camber curve right now, if it's at -1, when it hits the bump stop, it's -6.5. So it has a lot of camber gain.
Yeah, no kidding.
Which is great, but you have to get the ride height exact, because every time you change the ride height a little bit, it cambers a lot. So I got the alignment done a couple days before we left.
What do you have suspension-wise in this?
It's got 600-pound coilovers on the front, and it's just lowered in the back with lowering blocks. Stock springs in the back, the Spirit GT springs, and the Spirit GT sway bars.
Okay.
So it's so low that I pulled the exhaust pipes out because it was clanging, banging all over everything.
Sure.
So
very cool.
The story basically. There's a lot of other little things that don't need to go in now, but hopefully next time air conditioner will work. I discovered.
I saw you've got air conditioning.
I have air conditioning, not functional air conditioning.
Okay. All right.
I didn't realize it didn't work until last Thursday after I got in the car running, and I finally got around to it. It's got enough charge, but probably the expansion valve is bad.
Gotcha.
So that's probably it. But,
well, you had to suffer with the rest of us.
Yeah, and I am the only one who can drive a stick.
Oh, God.
So I drove all.
So it's all on you. Yeah.
Hey, if you're driving yourself too. So
always.
How about your
always?
Trip? How is your stuff doing?
Perfect.
I'm sure we'll see it on your channel.
It just works. It's perfect.
Awesome.
It's I love this thing. Like, of everything I own, it's the most fun thing I own. It gets everywhere you go. People look at it and wonder what the heck it is.
Oh yeah, probably 10 times a day people ask,
Yes.
what is that? And I say, what do you think it is? They just say, I have no idea.
Right.
But the most thing we've heard this trip is Capri.
Yeah.
A lot.
It's got kind of a fox body feel to it, but it's not a fox body.
They're talking about like a Ford Capri, I think.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they're European Ford Capri.
We have a couple of those also.
Yeah, and so, or the people say Monza.
Yeah, I can kind of see that. There's Freiberger and Dulcich again. Right over yonder. Well, thanks for letting me check this thing out.
Good to meet you.
Absolutely, good to meet you.
Looking to see more of your stuff about your adventures on your channel.
Yeah, I've unfortunately been in 2 hotel rooms in 2 nights in a row that have no Wi-Fi access, so I haven't been able to upload anything. So
well, I haven't been watching anything either. So
well, good. Then you can watch it after the
probably
show.
like everybody else.
Well, there's a lot of people who watch it while they're stuck in traffic.
Oh,
we've learned that.
Could be an idea.
Yeah, when you're stuck in traffic for an hour, you can watch the recap videos.
I guess you can. Alrighty, man. Good meeting you.
Absolutely. Let me get a picture of these two. We made it!
We made it! We're not dead. We're in jail.
Unfortunately, there's only one car here. What happened?
Oh, well, my car's just parked out in the other parking lot because it just got too hot. It was hitting 240 by the end of it. I think I was boiling the fuel in the tank. You know, it's this is a hard place, man.
Whereas the AMX.
The AMX has been on 3 tours. We've figured it out by now. If we haven't figured this car out by now, we have no business driving this car by now.
Word, for sure. Yeah. So we can't get on the infield because we're not important enough, but that's okay. So we're gonna hang out outside, go in and say hi to everybody, and then get the heck out of Bristol. Looks like we made it here just in time for the rains to roll in. Right. It is 4:10, something like that.
4:38.
Okay, definitely not 4:10. It's 4:38. So we made it here by what, 20 minutes?
Yay, we made it!
Yeah.
Woo!
Hey, we still made it. We still made it. So let's get inside, do our thing, shake hands, kiss babies, see some cars maybe, whoever's still here. I know Tremec and a bunch of other vendors have already left.
You mean
so
you're not supposed to shake babies?
No, it's not supposed to do that. Let's get in there. You made it!
We did it!
We did it! Woo! Congratulations, sir.
Thank you.
We did it.
All my beer's in there. It's all the stuff I had.
Like, listen, I need to get in there.
Dude, I left all my cooler and shit's in there.
Good job, team.
Yes.
Well, the old goat made it. We're in Bristol, Tennessee. She's been struggling a little bit, not too much. The flat tire, I think, was our biggest issue. I'm getting some kind of mist on the engine bay. Haven't figured out where it's coming from yet. I think it might be crankcase pressurization. I think the PCV, the pressure control valve, PCV valve, might be partially clogged. It might be misting oil up out the breather. Breather's clogged with oil. So, I don't know. Haven't seen any oil pressure lights. So, we're going to head out and try to hot foot it back to Columbus, hopefully before midnight, and see how things go. But hey, car made it. Car did great. Can't thank Rich and Austin at Lucore enough for helping me make this happen. They didn't touch the engine. Literally the only thing done to the engine is an oil change. This engine was rebuilt in the 90s. Car sat, we got it running. There's not a rebuilt carb on it. There's not anything on it. It's just, you know, how it was. We did rebuild the transmission because I blew it up because I was a jackass. That happens, but what are you going to do? Rear end we haven't touched, so hey, car sat for 16 years and got it running again. And we made Power Tour. And I am grateful.
Well, as you can tell by the fact that I'm walking this way and most everybody else is walking that way, the show is pretty much over. But that's the price you pay for taking the cool route and having a ton of fun between point A and point B. Either way, welcome to Bristol.
Yeah, something kind of gives you a little more gradual.
By the way, we talked about the banking at Rockingham. This is considerably more serious.
Look at this NASCAR themed satellite. 400 Mopar, stickered up. Just has all the looks. Looks comfy inside too.
Honey, did you see that?
Saturday night satellite. Love it.
I worked hard for this.
Doing it again, huh?
Absolutely.
I love it.
Made it one more time.
Yeah. We're gonna run the same one again next year?
I don't think so.
No?
I think this is the end of that one. Well, folks, that'll do it here from Bristol, Tennessee and Bristol Motor Speedway. We made it here. We've been there, we've done that. Both cars are still functional. No problems. Not really. Not really. I mean, realistically speaking, that thing is massively impressive that with very little maintenance after forever, it just made a power tour.
Yeah, oil change. We didn't even change the diff fluid. That's still the diff fluid from the 90s.
Yeah.
And it does have a new transmission, so I guess, I don't know, that counts as maintenance.
I guess.
It's given us a little trouble here and there. The vapor lock issue is definitely the next thing I think I got to tackle because it wouldn't even start on the hill. I had to like roll it backwards and turn it forward to start it.
I mean, that's perpetually a problem on power tour anyway. Plus, your carburetor hasn't been rebuilt since Michael Jackson was around and making hits.
No, that car's never been rebuilt. That car was on a buddy of mine's car since new, and then when he started racing, he just took it off and gave it to me, and I put it on my car. So none of us have ever been through it.
There you go.
I can't remember last time I think of gaskets or anything. It's a fire waiting to happen.
It did good. It made the whole power tour.
Oh my god.
Good job.
Good job.
Yay us. So, we have a 6-hour drive home to get back to Columbus tonight. Hopefully the rains are going to stay off. I think I have lights. I haven't actually used them since last year, so we'll figure that out here shortly. But time to get on the road. So, we're going to wrap up Hot Rod Power Tour 2023 from outside of the Bristol Motor Speedway. And thank you all very much for watching. Thank you very much for all the support you guys give us. The watch minutes that you give us help us to do this kind of stuff. So thank you very much for allowing us to do this. Thank you very much for supporting Kerry and his daily video ability to get things up better than I can.
Mechanical Advantage Garage. Hit like, hit subscribe. Get at me in the comments whether you like it or hate it.
He's been able to do the daily videos much better than I can because I haven't been able to upload anything. So you guys are going to see this after the show is very much over. Yeah, I think that's really it. Yeah. Let's get on the road. We got a lot of driving left to do. So we'll see you guys next time.
We got a long way to go and a real short time to get there?
I actually made that earlier. I did say that earlier.
Good.
All right, guys. Thanks for being here. We'll take care.
All right.
One of the neat things about the trip from Bristol to Columbus is there's not really an easy way to get there on an interstate. You can jog a long way west and get over to 75 or 71, 75 and come up that direction. But you got to go a long way out of your way. And 77 is a long way that way. Or you could go old school, pre-interstate, and take US 23, which is what we're on. The neat thing is, it still takes you through all the old school towns, the way that we used to get around before the interstates. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful drive. Still on a highway, still making good speeds, but it takes you right by a bunch of the old towns. Unfortunately, that got forgotten once we did the interstate thing. But as far as views-wise, way better than the interstate. Oh, by the way, welcome to Virginia. This path does take us across a little bit of Virginia. So I guess that's another state I can get a sticker for. Right on. Checking stuff right off. This little AMX, man, I tell you what. When I bought this car a couple of years ago, drug it out of a yard, put it together on the cheap, I never had any idea the fun and adventures that we would have ahead of us. This little car, man. I love this thing. There is definitely a little bit of a cool club with the hot rod power tours, especially the long haulers. If you've got that sticker on there, it means you really, really committed to it. You took your week and a half or so off work. You pushed your hot rod for 1,000+ miles, sometimes a lot more miles. It's pretty cool. Hopefully you guys all enjoy being included in these videos. I'm doing my best to keep everybody I possibly can in them, and I'll shoot everybody I can until I run out of daylight. Well, we're back into the land where gasoline is stupid expensive. Premium's up to $4.25 a gallon up here in northwestern Virginia. So that's fun. Got about an hour and a half more sunlight left, somewhere in that range. Nice thing is, it's basically almost summer solstice, so we're gonna have the most sunlight we possibly could have. We still got 4 hours or so of driving left to do. That will require one more fuel stop. I think we're saying we can do about 200 miles of tank on that GTO. So he's gonna come up short, but we're close. We're doing all right. We're doing all right. Beautiful day, man. What a great weather we had on this trip, especially compared to 2022. Great weather. 8.76 gallons. Not bad at all.
Guidegeek suggests some of the most famous 4th of July fireworks are in Washington, D.C.
I'm definitely digging this better fuel economy thing. Saving quite a lot of money on this trip versus last year. I am, however, very annoyed with this whole, like, selling me shit at the gas station. Like, do I really need to be advertised at the gas pump? Really? Really?
So there's the first splash out. Because that usually takes
new AI-powered travel assistant. Where are the best places to see fireworks with some of the most
Yeah, might be time for a 4-speed transmission in the old goat.
in New York City?
4-speed automatic or
Yeah.
5-speed?
Or a 5-speed manual. That's not a bad idea.
Oh, I was close.
14.7?
Yeah, I said 15, right?
Not bad, not bad. All right, back on the road again.
P-brake.
Ah, P-brake and wash my hands. All right, time to get back on the highways and byways. I mean, it just works, buddy. Just works. No food today, so we're skipping that. I'm gonna live off a Gatorade and some gas station stuff. So I guess I've got a pizza roll and a Mountain Dew. That'll tide me over from here to Columbus. Whew. All right, boys, keep rolling. Pontiac's still moving. He's definitely got a little bit more of a trans leak, but it's doing fine. It's gonna be fine. We're gonna get home, no problems. It's gonna be fine. Light is fading. Not super excited about driving into the night too long, especially when we're in the mountains, but it's all right, we'll be fine. There we go, let's get on the road, folks. Ham and cheese. Not bad. Thanks, Gary. I don't know if you'll be able to tell on camera, but he's smoking again. So whenever he fills that transmission up to full, and it was about a pint low, whenever he fills it to full, it smokes. So when he did his Dukes of Hazzard thing a week or two ago, it probably cracked the trans pan, which won't allow it to fill all the way. So it just goes in and leaks out, burns off. So at least there's something we gotta fix. couldn't be happier with how this car has performed. It has been a soldier. It has been fantastic, and I love it. I absolutely love it. We will probably have one more, we're definitely going to have one more fuel stop, so I'll talk to you guys again when we get to the fuel stop, but for the next bit, it's going to be me just chilling by myself, listening to these pipes go brrrr. Welcome back. We haven't missed much. We've just been soldiering on through northern Kentucky, but we've crossed the muddy water. Welcome to Ohio. Doggy. Oh. 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 $3.85 a gallon here. So, Northern Kentucky's the place that's going to get you the most. But, folks, that's it. Hot Rod Power Tour 2023 is over. We are on the south end of Columbus, about 20 minutes from home, or at least 20 minutes from my home. Ended up about 1,600 miles, I think, round trip, whole process. Little AMX did amazing. I'm incredibly happy with this car and proud of its performance. The drive today was an absolute blast. This thing is completely built for fun hill climb, twisty stuff, and I think there'll probably be some hill climb stuff, maybe some road course stuff, definitely some more fun for this car. It's not going to get retired by any means. Probably its last power tour, to be honest. I really wanted to three-peat this one with this car, and now that I have, I think I've proven that this car is awesome. And it's been great for everybody that's come out and talked to me and taken pictures with the car, and it's been very flattering that you guys all really appreciate this thing that we built. So I would say that's a job well done. It's mission accomplished. I'm glad to be home. I'm ready for a shower. I have a whole bunch of video to get uploaded, or get edited and then uploaded. And I really do appreciate it. I know I mentioned it earlier, but we really do appreciate you guys watching everything that we do and supporting the channel to help us be able to afford to do these kinds of things. The fact that you pay attention to what we do is extremely flattering. Hopefully we get to see you guys out there again on a power tour in the future. I know Ray's going to be there next year. He said he was going to come. Even if it's the last thing he does, I believe is the way I heard it. But I expect to see a bunch more of you guys out here next year. Happy birthday to my mother, because I didn't get a chance to tell you that face to face. I was busy on Hot Rod Power Tour, so happy birthday, Mom. 9.74 gallons. How many miles did we do, Carrie? 189 miles on 9.7 gallons. I'll take it. I'll take it. And I still have some carb tuning to do. So there will be more here in the very near future with this car. Actually, honestly, now that our dyno is up and running, we will have this thing on the dyno here probably the next week or so to do some carb fine tuning and get this thing set up for cruising better on the highway. Now that the rev range has completely changed to where it's cruising. So if you guys are interested in more AMX stuff, there's a lot more to come. We have the Max Bore 304 that's going to get done. The short block is assembled. We need to get the heads on that thing and get it ready to go, fired up, and then we can get that hopefully engine dynoed, and then get that swapped into this car. And then this motor comes out and it goes into one of the other two of these things that we have. And might get some goodies at that point in time also. So I know I said it before, but thanks for being here, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, all that kind of jazz. I'm super impressed with how that GTO did. Carrie's GTO just soldiered on. It certainly had some issues here and there. It's got some opportunities, but I guess that's my cue. Have a good night, guys. We'll see you next time.